What's up, everybody? Back again. Thanks for tuning in to Miles TV as always. We are on episode 48. I never thought about it as in I'm on episode 48 of my podcast review. I've been thinking more or less I have listened to 48 episodes of Power Word Fell. So I've done 48 episodes of this. Plus 2-3 more, but that's amazing for me. Like, I just give myself a hand for keeping up with stuff for so long, because none of my series have made it this far, and I do. There's a little bit of imposter syndrome. I don't know why we're getting so transparent here, but here we go. A little bit of imposter syndrome, because it's like I'm just talking about a show that's already established and out there. So, but. At least it's content, and I'm doing stuff, so I don't know. But hey, I'm glad that the people who are watching it, and hope that it keeps up. I have listened to this radio show in the morning going home, and then it's like the nearly world famous radio show with 5 listeners. It's like, I feel that now. I feel that now. I feel nearly famous with the same. I think there's consistently 7 views on each of my video. And at first I was like, oh, it's just a Power Word Fail cast. But there's a couple other people, There's a couple other people watching this video, I hope. And that, giving me some views and liking my content. So if that is you, I appreciate you for watching, and I hope that you continue to support. Anyway, enough of the mushy, transparent stuff. Let's get into the reason that you guys are let's get into the reason why you're here. Episode 48, The Dark Matron. This is a very heavy combat episode, and I knew combat was going to be heavy because we went into these mines and it kept building up to something, and it just kept building, and I was like, it's going to be like that Zeus combat where it's going to be a while. So let's just jump right into this. We pick up at the mines. The group is tired and they need a rest. Ravenel just walks up to everybody and was like, Pickles asked to hook up. What does that mean? I don't trust this man. Navarre cleans Pickles with a prestidigitation. And the group decides to take a short rest in the cave. And it doesn't mean they're taking a nap, just means that the short rest can just be whatever's relaxing to you. So you get some health points, some hit points back. Mirage talks to Pickles about love interests. He's like, oh, so you're digging Ravenel. She's like, yeah, I just decided to be direct, blah, blah, blah. Then Mirage get the idea. Eugene gets the idea of like the direct approach. Mirage walks right up to Ambrose and asks to hook up. I love Nathan for a lot of reasons, and this is one of them. He does awkward funny so well. Like, he's not scared to do that thing that's just like, oh, like, I can't believe you just did that. And it just made me feel like, but sometimes it's hit or miss with Nathan. But this one was a hit. I was like, I really did appreciate him just doing that. But Ambrose, I feel like Ian didn't know how to respond at this point, because it just was so left field. And Ian was just, I don't know. I don't know if it was Ambrose or Ian, but Ian was just kind of like, I turn invisible. He just like, he zips up his cape or whatever. And I didn't know he had a zipper, but he just covers himself with his cape, and he just turns invisible and just walks away. Barrick and Adalia talk about how their love life is going. She doesn't ever want to get back to that stage, but I stand by what I said. But yeah, so they're all mushy and lovey-dovey. After their short rest. The group moves forward. They walk into a room, and the players react to whatever this is, because we can't see anything. The players react to what's going on in the room before anything is described, because they can see what's on the and they react like a good bit, and they're just like, oh, I guess there's a ritual going on in here. And from like context clues, you can tell that they walked into a room and the cultists are in there and they're performing this ritual. It could just be like very Lovecraftian feeling, whatever. But eventually Cody does describe what's in the room and what it looks like. And the group moves into the room. They walk into the room and they see a bunch of people in the cultist group. And inside the group of people are like I think he was on the outskirts. You can see Isaac Bousson. And the group has to immediately roll initiative. Just to better kind of paint the scene, there's a cultist in here doing this ritual circle, and off to the side is Isaac Bousson. And he sees them, and words are exchanged, and then the initiative is rolled. So getting right into combat. And this episode wasn't even that long. I think it was about 46 minutes. Ambrose goes first and immediately casts silence on Isaac in the cultist in a certain area. He fires a protective round, giving everybody temp HP. Ambrose does this thing where like his magic isn't like regular magic. It's not like Mirage where it's not magic. Because he's an artificer. In the book it says artificers just use magic, but you could put flavor on it to like, because artificers use science. And I wish they would have made it its own thing instead of saying it's magic. You just can make it science. But anyway, the book says artificers just use magic. But Ambrose does like a cool description of what you're supposed to do with artificers. But if you're not really descriptive, you could just say, I cast fireball. Instead of saying, I concoct a Molotov cocktail and like throw it or whatever. I love artificers. I just wish that like, instead of magic, they were like, this is science. Anyway, but Ambrose does like how he casts silence, or how Ian describes how Ambrose casts magic, especially silence, is he did this cocktail of spicy peppers and stuff, and he shot it into the air so people can't breathe or talk. They're like literally coughing. So I wish, because I think Ambrose has done this a couple of times. Now I don't remember if all these were counterspelled or what. But I wish Cody would like react to these things better. But of course I could just be remembering wrong, and they could have all just been counterspell and he never had a chance. But like stuff like that, I just wish Cody would role play that as them, or even the group. Like man, they walk into the area where the peppers and stuff, the pepper flakes were, and just like, God, Ambrose, I hate when you do that. Which they are really good about that. I think that's just that's one of those things where like we're in combat. So combat's combat. But they do really a good job of like differentiating from that. Anyway, that is Ambrose's turn. We find out that there's a lady amongst the group, and she is the Dark Matron. I don't think Cody ever said that, but it's pretty obvious that she's the Dark Matron. She immediately dispels the silence that Ambrose does, and that's why Cody didn't react here. He counterspelled that so he wouldn't have to react. That's why I think maybe I'm just not remembering he did it before. Anyway, Navarre is up, and she moves into the circle and attacks Isaac Bousson. Then uses her vow of enmity. Ravenoff is up, and he moves forward, dashing into the middle of the casters. Adalia is up, and she casts a fireball and hits a bunch of the cultists. Really low damage, though. But this veil that they can see starts to falter a little bit. Pickles is up and she dashes up to this altar. She uses action surge so she can get another turn, and she uses her giant might, and then she attacks Isaac Bousson. Isaac Bousson is up and he attacks Pickles and Navarre. Miraz is up and he moves up and pulls out a bottle rocket coated in some kind of glue, and he's essentially casting web. He restrains some cultists. All the cultists end up casting magic missile at the group. And it's a bunch of damage. It's a bunch of magic missiles. They hit some people. Some people cast shields. I feel like Cody could have killed the group if he would have just kept using magic missile. Because there were a lot of cultists. But they died rather easily. Ferric is up and he kisses Adalia as a free action and turns invisible. He kisses Adalia as a free action. That was just so hilarious to me. Ambrose is up and he casts Fog Cloud and another Protector round for some more temp HP. The Dark Matron uses her Finger of Death at Miraz. He goes down. I'm glad this wasn't Disintegrate, because if it was Disintegrate, we all know how that would go. Navarre attacks Isaac Bousson. Isaac Bousson uses his legendary action to attack Navarre back. Ravenov is up and he goes after the casters and kills one and another. Yeah, he kills two people, I want to say, right back, because he smites and then he hits pretty hard. The Veil falters even further and he ends his turn by casting Shield of Fate on Pickles. Adalia changes her crystal form and heals Ferric by giving up some of her own life essence, and then she heals Miraz with Healing Word. Miraz pops back up. Pickles is up and she tries to hit Isaac Bousson, but she misses. He is a legendary boss. Miraz is up and he uses Burning Hands to kill a bunch of cultists, and the Veil grows even weaker. The cultists are up and one casts Wall of Force. The rest go after Navarre with the lightning bolt. Ferric is up and he misty steps past the Wall of Force. Fog Cloud, I want to say, and attacks one of the cultists, and then he steps back into the Fog Cloud, I want to say. Ambrose is up and he fires a protective round at Adalia, giving her health, and that's where we end the episode. Real quick episode. Obviously, it's leading up to something. The Dark Matron. I'm guessing the Dark Matron's not at the house anymore. I don't remember if she was there or not, but in the end, I feel like she wasn't there anymore. Like the group figured out she wasn't there. But I do wonder, like, how did she get here? When did Isaac grab her? Did she teleport out? Did she get out? I mean, there is a little bit of questions there that I wish can be answered, but everything else about this episode was pretty, I don't want to say standard, but pretty, I feel like it was a setup episode. Like it's setting up for something great and bigger. But I was hoping that which they didn't stop the Dark Matron. I mean, they stopped her, but they didn't stop her. And we still don't know because when they found Ambrose's dad, he was like, "You guys don't know what you're doing." And when the bad guy says that, I feel like he has good reasons to be like, "You don't know what you're doing." Again, the Dark Matron is this evil entity that's trying to destroy the world, but I'm starting to think that Isaac Bousson has his own reasons for wanting to work with the Dark Matron. it's real interesting here. A lot of theories are getting ready to come out. A lot of stuff is happening. I can't wait to see where this goes. We're almost caught up. Episode 48. And there's currently 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6 more episodes. 5 to 6 more episodes. They do a 2-part for one of the live shows. But I will give this episode 7 out of 10. 7 hit dice out of 10. I did enjoy this episode. It was really, it was all over the place. It was funny. It was sweet. I do think some things were, I don't want to say rushed, but some things were missing. But I did enjoy this episode. It was a great episode. 7 out of 10. And I'm going to write a script how to come in. I don't want to be robotic. I like the whole just kind of go willy-nilly, but I suck at hanging up. I guess I suck at getting off the phone. I suck at getting on the phone. So I just need a script to be like, what's up, guys? It's Miles. I can't even do it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys have a really good day. And I just want you to remember, you are loved, you are important, and you matter. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.